are there sound insulation requirements within dwellings? Well, the short answer is no, it isn't, because you have to speak with your family and get along with them. But if you are aiming for premium construction, expensive dwellings, then in Sweden we have the sound class system where you got the basic minimum requirements, and then you can go, you have like sound classes A, B, C, and D, where C is the minimum and B is a significantly better one, and B and C is the common ones. A is a bit uncommon because it's quite expensive to build the really Rolls-Royce premium apartments. But let's show you here with a whiteboard. Perfect, there we have it. Let's say you have an apartment like this, and you have a bedroom here, and you got a second bedroom here with a door, and then we have perhaps the living room up here. So this is, let's say this is the master bedroom. And this would be bedroom 2. Oh, question mark. Bedroom. We just call it bedroom, that's fine. Now this separated construction, if you just build a normal dwelling, you could have perhaps 70 millimeter frame structure. Let's see if I draw like gypsum on each side, one layer, and a 70 millimeter framing structure. We could draw it perhaps down here instead. Like so. So 13 gypsum. And with a construction like this, perhaps you'll end up with 30 dBs, which is a bit low. You won't achieve the acoustic separation. But if you just put some mineral wool into this wall, then you could quite easily bump the wall up to at least 35. And now we're talking. Now we're starting to get some acoustic separation here. And this is not a requirement, not even for Sound Class B. However, it's actually it is a requirement for Sound Class B if there is no door in between, if I recall correctly. But you have another requirement if there is a door. So when you have the living room like here, if you want to get sound insulation in the door, you also need to do this, give the wall the same treatment here to get mineral wool. But you also need to put a soundproof door here, which will add to the cost. And if you put a soundproof door, you're going to make it airtight, more or less. So then you need to solve the ventilation solution as well. So it's a lot easier to get some sound insulation between rooms. It's a bit more challenging to get the sound insulation when you have a door in the construction. So that's why it's not an obligatory requirement to get it. But there is a recommendation, and I think if you go up to the highest sound class standard, then you also have a requirement on sound insulation within the dwelling, on the constructions that also have a door in them. Now you could also have a case where it's not a bedroom, but it's a toilet that is over here next to a bedroom within the same apartment. Let's say we got the toilet thrown here, and we got a little shower and some sink. Oh, it's a bit far out. A sink here so you can wash your hands. And then in this case, usually I usually propose that it's a good idea to put some mineral wool in the wall in these cases, even if perhaps it's not the requirement for the lowest sound class, but I mean some mineral wool it's a good upgrade, and it's not that expensive to just put a little bit of wool inside the wall. So, well, that's some of the options. Of course, there are other things to consider as well. I've dealt with them in another video because there could be perhaps ventilation ducts that are common between these two, and then you have to take care with that as well, so you don't get the crosstalk through the ventilation, because then you need to put in acoustic silencers in the duct as well to really separate the rooms. All transmission paths are important to consider. Yeah, that's it for the acoustics today. And in today's video, I'm not going to talk about the style, because there are other things to style that is important besides what you're wearing. And in this case, I want to talk about microphones, because I've been using this one for quite a while now. It's one of my old, cheap, large membrane microphones. It gives a decent, good sound, but it's ugly. It's not a beautiful microphone, this. So, and it's also another problem. When you have a large membrane condenser like this one, you also need a pop protector. And you need to put this gooseneck on your microphone stand. And the thing is, when you have these ones and you try to move it around, then when you move this, then the pop filter also moves. So it's not it doesn't stay in the same position. So when you guys are going to raise the mic, it's going to move up or down, and then you don't get the pop protection. So that's why I changed this microphone to a real broadcasting microphone, Shure SM7, which is a good looking microphone. It's a really nice one too. It's a beautiful microphone, if you can say that. I like it a lot. This is professional stuff. It sounds great. It's got a built-in pop filter, so you don't need this ugly piece of kit. It's also got built-in vibration reduction, if I recall correctly, so you don't need this little carrying contraption either. So it's smaller, easier, perfectly when you're going to record speech in a broadcast situation like this. You can just put it a little bit where you want it. So I like it a lot. I'm very, very pleased with the results, and I think it sounds great as well. So even there's style element to microphones as well. So everything matters with the details. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's a saying I like. See you later.